You're welcome. So, Stephanie Ellis was murdered by her husband. His name was Keith Ellis, and they were dating for many years before they got married. It is said that they were dating for over 20 years and they were married for 10, which means that they were dating from their early teens if she's in her 40s, and this is another situation which has to do with low emotional intelligence. You have some people, in this world, whenever they can't have you, their main go to, instead of moving on, taking the time out to heal, their main go to is to try to hurt you, to try to take what you have, to try to put an end to you, to try to smear your name, to try to hurt you physically. And Miss Ellis, Stephanie Ellis, ended up with one of those persons. So the relationship was going through some turmoil. She obviously has a good job. She has a very good position at a prominent bank that she works, and the husband is a mere taxi driver. In a lot of cases like these, when the woman is glowing, she's making money. As you can see, she's very beautiful, and the man seems stagnated. A lot of men, they cannot handle to see that a woman is moving up the social strata. They feel emasculated. As well as on the flip side of things, you have a lot of women who, whenever they start developing, they feel like they are better than the man that they're currently with. Not saying that is the exact situation, but just putting some things out there. And so they might, other men might be telling them things. Oh, you are better than such and such right now. Look how you're beautiful. Look at the type of job that you have. That man is a taxi driver. He can't give you this. He can't give you that. I can give you a better life. And so stuff like that may get into the psyche of a woman, and then she wants to ditch her man. But it's up to you as a man if you're in a situation like that. I'm not gonna say that you won't feel pain. I've been in situations before where, trust me, I felt some emotional pain, and I had to just take my L and know that, well, give it time to heal, and then here I am today. So I would advise any man that goes through any situation where a woman wants to leave, do not kill the woman, do not kill yourself and stuff like that. Just give yourself the chance to heal. So she asked for a divorce, and of course the man did not want to, sign the papers. And so he went away for a period of time, but he was severely stressed about the issue because, of course, a beautiful woman like this, and as a taxi driver, you probably consider yourself blessed to have a woman like this, and then to know that she doesn't want to, he was taking it very hard. So during his stint overseas, he went away to kind of free his mind, but the distance only stressed him more. So he was overseas very miserable, thinking about this woman until he even had a stroke. He had a stroke over there, was medicated and taken care of in the hospital, and then he came back to Jamaica, obviously stressed again. Now this is 2023, and the papers need to be signed. So Stephanie brought the papers to Mr. Ellis to sign them on the 3rd of January 2023. And ironically, this is the same day that they got married how many years ago. And as I heard this, I thought to myself, could this be the turning point which led him to kill this woman and then string a rope around his neck and take his own life? Because I'm thinking, imagine the day when you cherish your wedding the most, the anniversary. You're thinking that this day is supposed to be a special day when you tell the woman that you're married, how much you love her, And this is the very day that this woman is presenting divorce papers to you to sign it, and who whatever else she might say or whatever, because women, they are very light with the lips and sometimes they know the strings to pull. So this may have been the last straw, you know what I mean? Like, people must be considerate when they're presenting things like these. Like, sometimes if you're divorcing it, it's best not to be in the person's presence. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's best to make the lawyers deal with it and you stay out of the way. You know what I mean? Move somewhere else out of this person's presence if you notice that this person has tendencies, you know what I mean, which are unfavorable. And so, with that paper being presented to him with such a bad timing, he decided that that was it. The cup ran over, he snapped, and he took her life. And after which, he took his own life. You know what I mean? And very, very unfortunate. You know what I mean? Persons are crying, saying that, he was a good man and whatever. But at the end of the day, like, sometimes people, they see the pain that an individual is going through and they do nothing about it. Oh, shut your mouth, you know what I mean? You're too soft and all that stuff. Without realizing that pain is a real thing, depression is a real thing. And so I would advise people to really take into consideration how you deal with people when they are going through issues like these, because you will never know. You might just be preventing a situation like this where a woman loses her life and a man takes his own life, leaving two families grieving. So do not wait until it is at the point of no return. You know what I mean? It's important to be there for your relatives. Provide a here. I mean, give good advice, listen, and be considerate. Not because someone does not show a cut wound or a chop wound does not mean they're not in pain. You know what I mean? Emotional pain is some of the worst pain that a human can go through. So always provide a listening ear and a shoulder for the person to lean on instead of shrugging them off, because you never know. I'm out.